Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm gonna show you another really useful feature in Zenpy called Vault. Vault enables you to securely store sensitive information like API keys, application tokens, or store the values which don't change that often, like a mobile phone where you have to escalate an incident, or your company address, or a supplier's email address. As I mentioned, the values get stored securely. They get double encrypted using an encryption key dedicated to your workspace, and you can use these values in your flows. Another really useful use case of Vault is uh, the fact that you can share the Vault item with other members in your workspace without enabling them to see the values. For example, say as an IT person in your organization or as a business owner, you go and create an account with another application, say Trello, and you get an API key. You want to enable people in your organization to interact with Trello using that API key, but you don't want them to see the API key. You don't want to email them the API key or share the actual value with them. What you can do, you can go and create a new vault item. As you can see, we can create a new secret. I'll cover vault credential in another video. In this video, we're gonna go and create a secret. Let's give it a name and call it my Trello API key. You give it a description. I give it a. You can put a value here. This value you would get it from the from Trello or from another website that you're trying to communicate with. Would be some test value. You can paste the value here, and here you've got two options. You can mark it as private. If I mark it as private, actually, let me create a private one first. If I mark it as private, I can see it here, and I've got access to this value in my flows. So if I go to any flow, for example, I open up this flow, you can access the value like any other token from this token picker. So down here, you've got vault items. As you can see, my Trello API key displays here. If I switch to another user in the same workspace, or go to the vault, it doesn't show here. So because I haven't shared it. Now, imagine this user is creating a flow which needs to communicate with Trello. The user has created a flow. It's got one action, and the action is just making an HTTP call to Trello, and it needs a token to talk to Trello. So, but since we have not shared a value, vault value, it doesn't show up here. We can go back here to the user who owns the API key and open up the same flow, open up here, and this user, because the user has got access, she's got access to the vault item, which is the owner of it. She can put it in there. If I save it now, if I go back to um, uh, call the other user, as you can see, it shows up here. A call can use it, and you can see it's marked as private. Call wouldn't be able to see the value of the API key, but can still use it. Another useful use case of vault item is using them as a constant, as in the values which don't change that often, and you don't want to hard code them in the flow, and you want to have them in central location because you use them in many flows. For example, if you need to send an email to an IT supplier or assign a task to an IT supplier, let's do assign task actually. Um, Here you see it's asking who do you want to assign a task to. You can come here and type my IT supplier at example.com. But if you've done this in throughout the flow multiple times, or you've done it in different flows, and if the email address changes, you have to go and change it in multiple places. So what you can do instead is using one of the vault items that we created. For example, we created an RT supplier email, and we can use it here. So what happens is it's gonna read the value from the vault, and should the value change, you just go and change it in one place and just save that vault item, and you don't need to go and touch your flows anymore. It really helps to create a more scalable and more manageable solution. Well, hope I've managed to explain to you the usage of Vault and what Vault is. If you've got any questions or suggestions or feedback, please reach out to us on feedback.zenfeed.com. Thank you very much.